Hey everyone, Tommy from Tech Nexus, and thanks for joining me for FormIt Week. Now, yesterday we went through the interface, and today, as promised, I said we'd get started with a bit of modeling. Now, there's a couple ways of doing this. You can sort of do the old school way of drawing a line or a circle, which we will go through. So with the line, you can start the line command, and I've got it at 0, 0, and then as you run along the axis, you can kind of see that it snaps. And then at some point you can just type in the number that you want, and I want it to be 10 meters. And then I want to go back down the other axis 10 meters, and then back this way, and then come back. And then you'll see that FormIt will kind of close it off. And then from there we can go, let's make it a 600 deep slab. So that's what our slab is going to look like for the bottom of our house. Now, I can also do the top, so the roof. So for this, I'm also going to draw just a construction line, and I'm going to come up 10 meters. And then from that, you can see that, again, it's aligning itself to an axis. So I can type in 10 that way, 10 this direction, 10 this direction, and 10 back the other way. And then what I'm going to do is just delete that construction line. And then now I want to do the same, but I want to come back 300 mil. So then now we've got a ground floor and the top of our structure at 10 meters. And then the same thing for the middle. So for my mezzanine floor, I want to come back from the other corner because this is sort of the area that it's going to cover. And then I want to again come up 5 meters, which is halfway. And then I want to go in 10, and then I want to come back this way 5 meters because that's again halfway down the size of the building. 10 and then 10. And then I'm going to delete the construction line, and same thing, I'm going to click on the inside of this surface, and then you get this blue sort of glyph, and then drag it down, and I'm going to make it 300 deep as well. So there's our 3 floors. Okay, and I want to stick them on layers. So I just look for the layers entry in the side ribbon here, and I'm going to do 3 layers. And to change a layer, you just double click on it. So I'm going to do slab, mezzanine, and then roof. And then to change it, you double click the item, come up to your layers, and put it on the layer roof. Double click the mezzanine, go to the pull down, put it on mezzanine, and then come here and put it on slab. So now if I turn bits and pieces on and off, I can see that they're gonna get hidden and turned on and off as we go through it. So now I'm going to draw the walls out here just because I find it easier to do out here rather than drawing them on here, because sometimes, and again it might be just the way I'm doing it, if I draw another sketch on here, it's going to become part of the slab, and I don't want it to be. So unless there's a setting somewhere, and if there is a setting, please let me know in the comments below, I'd like to know it, but otherwise I'm going to draw it sort of out the side here. And I'm going to use the rectangle command. So I'm going to start it somewhere here on this work plane, and then I'm going to come out 300 mil because that's the width that I want, and I want to go out 10 meters because that's the depth that I want. And then same thing, I can click inside the region and then type in 10 meters for it. And now to move it, I double click, right click, move, and then pick this corner, and then pick the other corner, and then there's that wall lined up. And you can see I can do the same. I can right click on it, and then I should hopefully be a copy command, and then snap to the other corner, and then copy it over to the end of that wall. And that didn't do it. I thought that did copy. Ah, I know what I did. So right click, copy, right click, paste. There we go. That's what I wanted. So if we do the same thing with the other walls, so I do the rectangle command, but start over here, and I want to come out 0.3 because that's how deep it is, and then 10 meters wide, and do the same thing, and then come up, click in the region, and then go 10 meters for the value. And then what I'm going to do, because we want to put sort of penetrations in here, I'm just going to keep this as a full solid for now, and then do the same, copy, then paste over here, and then I can just move the corner to corner, and then there it is. And then what I can also do is do similar to what I did with the walls and the floors. I'm going to put 4 new layers, and I want to do north wall, south wall, east wall, and west wall. So same thing, select each one and move that one to the east side. This is going to be the southern wall, spin it round. That's going to be the west wall, and that's going to be the north wall. And if we want to have a peek inside, I'll turn off the south wall, and then there you can see there's the beginnings of our little sort of cube house with a mezzanine floor. Okay, I forgot to mention at the beginning, if you're working in metric, you can come up to the units and switch to metric up here. Otherwise, click on imperial, which is, I think, the default. So if you're in the US, you can leave it on imperial, but if you're the rest of the world who doesn't use imperial, you can use metric up here as well. So I can come in here, and we can turn some shadows on. I can determine sort of time of day, so you can see here we can start having a play with these shadows. And if we turn that wall off, you can see the shadows appear inside our house as well. So again, I've just left it with the defaults. If you need to work on it with your own sort of geographic region, then you can come up here and go to the location command and set that location from there. But again, I think just for this tutorial, just because it's more aimed at new users, then we're not going to worry about location for now. So that's all I'm going to cover today. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is have a play with this south wall. I'm going to punch some holes in it and place some glass. And maybe even, see how we go for time, is maybe put a set of stairs in here and put some hand railing, and then towards the end of the week we'll place some Revit families and get a few materials happening in here and see how our finished cube house looks by the end of the week. So thanks a lot for watching. Thumbs down if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, but please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon for daily notifications of all of my videos, and I will see you tomorrow for some FormIt training. See you later.